Good morning, sir. I am Vodappa. I am from marketing. Majorly, what are in Raw village? In majorly, what we are seeing marketing issues are there. Our Raw village Balkuntadi, it is located too far from Chikbalapur. There is lack of transportation facilities, bus and auto facility. In the Raw village, the farmers are majorly growing perishable product like tomato, vegetables. This will affect on transportation.
The major issue that was faced as a marketing was even though the produce was of quality goods and the production did happen, the farmers always lacked with end-to-end supply to the consumer. So they always chose APMC or other middlemen for their marketing. If they refused to do direct selling most of the time, and there were other areas like Ninja Marts, Big Hats, where in case they did standardization and grading of their commodities, they could have higher price. But most of them were already tired by the production that in the end they refused to do it, and in the last one part or in the last one step they hindered from getting a better price.
Firstly, that what I observed is Pawan, is doing B2B business. He is buying all vegetables like tomato, brinjal, ladies finger, everything, and he will buying and processing. He have one Pawan Enterprises company or shop. He is processing and is selling in Bannerghatta, that Zomato, Swiggy companies. You will get more profit. That's.
So when it comes to this marketing, usually when we at first in Ravi, when we went to collect the information about the farmers and all, and when we asked about the marketing thing, they literally said that they don't have any problems in marketing, because they usually whatever they produce they grow, they usually go and sell in the APMC, though it is a profit or loss. So in maybe in classrooms and all, we have learned many marketing channels like APMC is also one of that, but like contract farming or through traders and all, but they are not following most of the things. The farmers directly go to the APMC and sell their produces, and whatever that is, they should be having some other options also, like contract farming or other traders or other options also, but they only directed towards the market, this APMC.
As they told, major problem in our village was the marketing channel. What was going on in our village was only through APMC, and most of the villages didn't had any idea about middleman or B2C or any other e-commerce channels. As Vamshi told, only few progressive farmers had idea about this channelization, like Swiggy, Zomato, and direct marketing. And another problem what people faced or the farmers faced in that villages were like they had a high commission transport or providing system. Even though the market is running on a loss or profit, they used to pay in a very high commission for selling the products.
Based on these issues that we observed in the village, and based of how the cropping pattern and the production pattern that was previously observed, most of them usually used to go for perishables like flowers and fruits. So I think there was one night meeting that we conducted for mushroom, and most of the villagers were very interested in our format, and I think we explained the marketing channels where they could sell to Ninja Marts, Big Hat, and they could also get in contact with apartments and supply to hotels and other channels. And I think most of the farmers are not require this end-to-end transformation of information of how they can market their produce rather than exactly the production methods, because in our village the production and the resource and everything was of superior quality, so they only lacked in the marketing part. And when we did explain the marketing, I think mushroom, we got good feedback for that also.
So I would like to add in this mushroom cultivation. Most of the time, farmers don't know what is the demand and supply of the producers. And when it comes to mushroom, there was high demand. So when the demand was high and there is no proper knowledge about these things, we have to inform the farmers about what are the producers they have demand and what are the and how to supply it to the marketing marketing channels and all. So there is a proper knowledge between these things, so they can adapt and they can earn more income.
In Valkuntal, most of the majority of the farmers don't know about the schemes that provided government. In Nightwings, we all explained that schemes, how it is utilized to the farmers. Some farmers also adopted that. Like Fasal Bima Yojan, first they know, but KCC, fruit side, first they don't know about that.
In night meeting we have conducted on topic on Kisan credit card. Most of the farmer in Balkuntalli don't know about KCC Kisan card. How KCC card will use in the bank. They are getting the loan without KCC card means they are getting high interest rate on that loan. We conducted night meeting on KCC and give the advice on by applying the KCC card and getting KCC card, farmer will get loan at a low interest rate 7%. If he paid the loan within 1 year, we get a deduction of 3% and only we can pay 4%. The all benefits of KCC all are we conducted night meeting that will help the farmer to get the loans of agriculture loan at low interest rate.
I think even when we were choosing the content while for preparing night meeting, based on the data collection and everything, we did the night meetings on our part. And when they gave our, when they asked questions on how to get more price, how to get more marketing, we spoke to our teachers and we came up with the feedback. But there was one example that I would like to say. Our teacher, our professor had suggested the farmers to do mixed cropping and multi-cropping at a time. But when we suggest that to farmers, most of them explain the reality and the ground reality where they cannot do it. Since they have fragmented land and since they cannot concentrate on one crop, on multiple crops at the same time. And when we focus on all this, we get to know that there is a slight gap in what the university suggests and what exactly works for the farmers. And in that village, for that particular agricultural produce, I think that did not work out. And this was something that we exactly learnt there.
And farmers in our village had no idea about MSP. In a sense that even though they had ideas about MSP, they didn't know about which crop or which cereals certain price was fixed and what the APMC was ready to pay them. And because by that our marketing team had also conducted a night meeting regarding that and had explained.
Though farmers know that the minimum support prices for most of the crops and all, they don't know how to avail these things. So when we did the night meeting on this MSP and all, they did ask about how to avail this, and when we explained about it, that is not the thing which is going to happen. We did explain about the MSPs and all. They did said that no, we have to register for this and all from early and all. So we will not, even though we are a students, we do get the informations from superiors and all. They don't almost provide the most of the informations and all. And most of the informations are gained by visiting those where the farmers sells and all. The thing is that when most of the farmers are though they know these MSPs and all, but they don't know these things.
What I observed in village is RSK. Majority of the farmers not proper utilizing RSK. When I told I am going to today RSK, that Anna will tell, Tadpal bandre, yolo, illandra budo. Like that only. They are major using per Tadpal drip. Other scheme, there is lot of schemes, other facilities are provided RSK, but they are not utilizing. Only Tadpal and drip pipes they are utilizing.
And they didn't have any ideas about agricultural labs and benefits of agricultural labs. Example like Kisan Seva, these apps, they didn't have any idea of those, and even though in terms of cultivation also they could have saved the cost of cultivation by using certain fertilizer calculation apps which shows them the POP or recommended dosage of application.
So in these things, farmers don't have most of the contacts with the traders or middlemen and all. So they they can't sell these produces to the direct customers and consumers directly. So they have to go through the commission agents. So when we visited this APMC and all, most of the time the farmers through commission agent they sell these produces and all. So most of the time the commission agents who are there, they take more of the commissions and without the knowledge of the farmers. So in like we went to flowers market and all. So in flower market there was So on the form they were showing that 10% of the commission, but the actual 30% of the commission was taken from the farmers. So this is the disadvantage which is happening in the marketing.
And the feedback was most of the time the farm, even though we suggest and we give our best learnings and teachings to the farmers, most of the time in ground reality it used to not work for them, and they obviously, and part of it did and part of it didn't, and they absorbed how much they could, and they implemented how much ever was feasible for them. And we also learned, similarly we also had two-way learning with the farmers as much as they did. Thank you.